On the 8th day of the war, control is no longer in the hands of the leaders, but rather in the grip of the IRGC's fearsome command.
Data streams indicate increased activity near the strait.
Mobilize the fleet, immediate response.
Is Iran then going to become the graveyard of America and Israel in the 21st century? The declaration of struggle until Iran's victory and miles of lines at oil pumps in Dhaka, danger is now at our doorstep.
Reinforce the Yangtze line immediately. Get down! Run for cover!
Will this inferno in the Middle East change the world map? To know the real truth of this existential struggle, watch the video until the end. And to stay with ancient mysteries, subscribe to our channel right now. Today, on the 7th day of the war, it seems that the Iran-America-Israel war is no longer in the hands of Iranian political leaders. This is terrifying, because when the control of war remains in the hands of politicians, it is possible to achieve a ceasefire through discussions between the politicians of both sides. But if the control of the war is in the hands of a military command like the IRGC, the war will continue until their existence is vanished.
The situation in Shanghai is faster than anticipated. We need to reinforce the Yangtze line immediately.
After the death of Iran's supreme religious leader Ayatollah Khamenei, Iran's war management is now entirely in the hands of the IRGC. Before his death, Khamenei divided the war command into different segments. As a result, IRGC commanders are conducting the war using different strategies. Consequently, one command does not know the objectives of another, which has created a dire situation on the battlefield. Therefore, this war is bound to be long-term. As an ethnic group, Iranians prioritize Islam and self-respect more than war and death, and consider surrender to be more insulting than death itself. They further believe that even if there are losses in war, victory is possible. But through surrender, the very existence of the national identity vanishes. This war is unequal, and it can be assumed that Iran will suffer more damage in the war, but there is also no doubt that the pride of Israel and America will be shattered by Iran's strategic continuous counterattacks. Perhaps in the 21st century, Iran will become the graveyard for Americans and Israelis. America is trying for a ceasefire through Middle Eastern countries Oman, Qatar, Saudi Arabia, and the UAE. But Iran's clear answer is, the war will continue until victory is achieved, and America must remove all its military bases from the Middle East, only then a ceasefire. That means there are no signs of ceasefire. However, when Iran realizes its very existence is facing destruction, it will then target the Sunni rulers of the Middle East. For that reason, for the time being, there is no opportunity for the Middle Eastern Muslim hypocrite state leaders to spend the night in peace. As a result of this war, third world countries, and especially Bangladesh, will face the most damage without even fighting. Iran has already closed the Strait of Hormuz. As a result, the price of fuel oil is skyrocketing, and a fuel oil crisis has emerged. If fuel oil is not received on time, cars, planes, machinery, and factories will shut down.
Though the markets remain volatile.
More tea, then.
Due to fuel oil, hundreds of vehicles were seen today forming kilometer-long lines at petrol pumps in Dhaka. Even then, rationing of fuel oil has begun. This situation of fuel oil is giving a terrible indication of severity in the coming days. If regular oil shipments from the Middle East are not received in this country, our economy will face a severe challenge. Commodity prices will increase several times over, and the country will fall into great danger. Therefore, we wish for Iran to be victorious in this war, and for the innocent people killing America-Israel to be defeated. Let America's ugly arrogance be devastated by the ignominy of defeat. Let the countries of the Muslim world live with self-respect. Let the world become a sanctuary of peace.